G'day, it's Robbie again. Well, I found these two items on the footpath today. One's a file, and it's quite a sharp file. Not bad, but it's rusted. This is a little adjustable wrench, an old style one, a nice one, little beauty. And you know, these have been thrown out on the footpath. Quite amazing, really. So I grabbed them, and I'm going to clean them up. Now, normally I would use either wire buff or electrolysis to clean these up. Definitely use electrolysis on that. The only thing with electrolysis is that it always leaves a black oxide coating on it, which you've then got to try and buff off. It's a bit of a nuisance. So this time I thought I'd try something my good friend Alan from Retro Steam Tech does all the time and says it's pretty good, and that's to use vinegar, just plain cheap white vinegar. So I must confess I've never done this before. I mean, people use all sorts of stuff to get rust off, you know, molasses and acid and electrolysis and, you know, white vinegar. Whenever Alan does it, it always comes up good and looks pretty clean. No clean up afterwards. So I thought, okay, I've got a bit left. I'll give it a go and see how effective it is. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I've got it in a plastic tub. I think I've got enough vinegar to do the job. I hope so. Anyway, I'll stick it in and hope for the best. I'll have to go and buy some more tomorrow. Yeah, just enough to cover it. Well, sort of cover it. I might just tilt it up a little bit. Yeah, that'll do the job. All right. So we just leave it now and hope for the best, and come back tomorrow and see how it looks. Interesting. Okay, we'll come back on it. Well, it's been in the vinegar for 24 hours exactly. Let's see what's happening. Oh yeah, don't need to take it off. Look at that. So Alan didn't speak with forked tongue. He was right on the money. So that's a stainless steel brush. Looking good. Look at that. Yeah, I'm impressed. You're the man, Alan. You are the man. Hey, wacko. Well, I've switched to a toothbrush. It might be a bit better on the file edges. You don't want to blunt the cutting edges. Now that's working good, isn't it? Not going in line with the actual cutters. Yeah, that's a bit heavier rust on that. Yeah. The rust needs a bit more work. 24 hours more will, I think, help a lot. I like that wrench. Let's just throw that out. That's criminal. It's an antique. All right, back in the mix in the vinegar, and get it all covered over and Alright, we'll come back tomorrow and in 24 hours time and see how it's looking. Going well. Well, 12 hours later, I'll have another go at it. I've got the brass brush now. I think that'd be the best. We'll give that a go. Oh yeah, that's coming up fantastic. Yeah, I was worried about damaging the cutting edges. You know, if you use a wire buff, a wire wheel, it can dull the cutting edges. Yeah, that looks good. Really looks good. Nice. Very good. Yeah. Let's try this. With this we could use the wire wheel on this and it would be okay. But certainly getting into the threads and everything, that's good. I'll open it right up. So there you go. It all comes to bits. Always have a little tub of water on the bench for when you're working, always, and that way you can, if you're grinding stuff or buffing stuff and it gets hot, too hot to hold, cutting stuff, just dip it in the water. And I use this quite often. Also if you're brazing, once you've done your bronze brazing, just dip the, provided it's not high carbon steel, just dip the job in the water and that will release the flux residue quite well. Yeah. Plus if you set fire to yourself, you can always put yourself out with a bit of water. Right, she scrubbed up pretty good. Yep. You saw how I did these small parts. You put them on something, and that way you're not going to lose them, they're not going to ping out of your fingers, small things like that. Just rotate them, and yeah, otherwise you stuff goes AWOL and you never see it again. So I'll just clean up in there with I've got a little Dremel thing here, and yeah, do that. Pretty good. That's a handy little gadget. I got that from Banggood quite a few years ago. It's good for this sort of low speed stuff, you know, it doesn't rev super hard. It's adjustable speed, but that's the full speed. And I don't know if they've even still got them anymore, probably not. I noticed Banggood's scaled back on a lot of their metalwork products, which is a pity. Nothing like what they used to have, and seem to be getting more into radio control stuff. Oh, they've still got a great range of welders. They've gone welder crazy, but I suppose they stock where the biggest demand is, you know. Yep, all right. Well, there she is, your little beauty. British made, look at that. Top stuff. That's really nice. With this, when you put these back together, you put the spring tensioner bit at the back side, because when you use this, it's going to try and spread the jaws on the nut, so all the tension will come this direction. So you don't want the springy bit up this end, you want it up the back. And that's just a plain face there, so that takes all the load. But yeah, that's a honey, isn't it? That's an absolute honey. I really like that. Oh, Jesus, I mean, fancy throwing that out. It's unreal. Well, there they both are. They turned out pretty damn good. The file come up nice and sharp. And it's a Wiltshire, so it's a top quality brand. It's not some rubbishy cheap shit thing. And yeah, excellent. So anyway, now all I need is a handle. And when I picked this up and a little wrench, there was another file there at the same time with a handle. Now I was going to leave it on originally because this is as blunt can be. I mean, this is absolutely well and truly past its prime. But the handle will be okay, so I'll take the handle off of this one and put it on this one. How good's that? And then even the old file, I might be able to make something out of it. You could even maybe make a parting off blade out of it, or a scraper or something, I don't know. I won't throw it out, I'll just keep it. It's good hard steel. I mean, it can be a little bit brittle, but yeah, for metalworking, it's got possibilities. So any of this sort of steel, you always want to hang on to it, because you can make cutters or all sorts out of it, and yeah, good stuff. Bingo. These brass tip punches are good, they're easy to make too. I made that up, and yeah, well, it's actually a bronze tip. It's bronze brazing rod. Use the soft dead blow hammer, can't hurt it that way. How cool is that, baby? Eh? Look at that. Nice. Yep, good stuff. Ready for action. So there you are. A little bit of time, and now I've got 2 more tools for the workshop. Really nice ones too. Both very serviceable. Didn't cost me a cracker hardly, you know, a little bit of vinegar, bit of time. So okay, I hope you got something out of that, bit of a kick. Just shows what I do in my workshop and how I get my tools. You know, I often buy second-hand stuff, and you know, if it's good quality, it'll go forever. So basically, that's it for now. See you next time. Cheers.